Okay, you may proceed. Yes, Shafika, you may proceed.
Okay, Shafiq, next slide. Doctor, are you?
Yes, yes, I'm recording. Yes, please.
Sorry, Doctor, line teruk.
It's okay, it's all right, no problem.
Okay, okay.
Technicalities happen sometimes, it's all right. Just continue.
For current issue, me, Nur Shafika and Nabila will be presenting current issue that involve Cahya Mata Sarawak Berhad, a diversified multinational investment corporation, and become the first cement manufacturer in Sarawak, and its business is focused primarily in Sarawak. So the situation, as you can see in the slide, Cahya Mata sues former executive director and 5 others for alleged breaches of fiduciary duties in a big project to build a chemical plant. Plus, the group also claiming special damages of 52 million ringgit, general damages and other relief in this lawsuit case. So next slide. Okay. So the issue is whether Chaimata can take legal action against its former directors. As you can see right now, next slide. Next slide. This is the example of chemical. This is the example of chemical plant site. The said former directors. Next slide. Okay. The said former directors that involved in this case are former executive director, former CFO, former CEO, and the other two are former non-executive director and former group general counsel, as well as Samalaju Industries, former senior general manager Go Chi Yu. Samalaju Industries, like their big collaborator for building the for the project for the chemical plant project. So next slide. Under section 213(2) of Company Act, a director of a company shall exercise reasonable care, skill and diligence with all the knowledge, skill and experience which may reasonably be expected of a director having the same responsibility law involved. Under section 213(2) of Company Act, a director of a company shall exercise reasonable care, skill and diligence with all the knowledge, skill and experience which may reasonably be expected of a director having the same responsibilities and any additional knowledge, skill and experience which the director in fact has. Next slide. So proper plentiful for ultra vires due to fraud on minority shareholders is an exception to general rule that only a company can bring a lawsuit for ultra vires act if minority shareholder can prove that the company's board of directors acted fraudulently in authorizing an ultra vires act that harms the minority shareholders. Then the minority shareholder can bring a lawsuit on behalf of the company, even if the majority shareholders disagree. This exception allows minority shareholders to protect their rights and interests in cases where the majority shareholders are not acting in the best interest of the corporation. Next slide. Okay. Another similar case involved in this law and rule is Peter Tawa City Motors Sedia Berhad versus Lam Yat Kiong case. So Lam Yet Kyong, which was Peter Tower City Motors director, misused the company's asset, which are the tractors, without company's consent for his personal benefit. So I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Thank you, Shafika. Next, I will present the sanction part. Okay, based on what I read and found in the news about the case of Cahya Mata Sarawak suing the former director is, I think it's still ongoing since there is no any updates or article that mention about what the punishment or fine was handed down by the court. And according to the filing, Cahya Mata Sarawak is seeking a court declaration that the defendant are jointly and severally liable to the group for breaching their fiduciary and statutory duty. Meanwhile, Cahya Mata Sarawak said it has also filed a lawsuit against former MPS, which is Malaysian Phosphate Additive Sarawak, Managing Director Lim, and the legal action was taken against Lin also due to a breach of fiduciary duty to Malaysia to MPAS. And MPAS allegedly suffered loss due to breach of fiduciary duties. Next slide, please. Okay, this is for the solution for the new director to prevent fraud. First is investigating the backgrounds of potential business partners and employees. This can conduct through the due diligence when entering into partnership or hiring new employees. It includes verifying credential, checking reference, and conducting background checks. Besides, the director can look for any red flags such as previous involvement in fraud, criminal activities, or unethical behavior, and can establish clear criteria for selecting business partners and employees, and also ensure that the selection process includes comprehensive vetting procedures. A second solution is ensure that financial records are accurate and transparent. They can implement robust financial control and process to ensure the accuracy and transparency of financial records. They can also establish a system of checks and balance, including segregation of duties to prevent any single individual from having complete control over financial transaction and reporting. Regularly reconcile financial records such as a bank statement with internal accounting records to identify any discrepancies or irregularities, and can conduct ready internal audit to review the accuracy and completeness of financial records. Last is report suspected fraud. To prevent fraud, they can establish a culture that encourage employees to report any suspected fraud or unethical behavior without fear of retaliation. Besides, they can implement a confidential reporting mechanism such as whistleblower hotline or an anonymous reporting system to facilitate the reporting of fraud. They can also provide clear guidance to employees on how to report suspected fraud, including the designated reporting channel and any supporting documentation required, and take reports of suspected fraud seriously and properly investigate any allegation, ensuring appropriate disciplinary action are taken if fraud is confirmed. Next slide. Okay, next is a lesson from this case. First is importance of due diligence. This case highlight the critical importance of conducting through due diligence when entering into partnership or hiring employees. Due diligence involves investigating and verifying the background, credential, and reputation of potential business partner or employees. It helps identify any red flags or risks associated with them, such as previous involvement in fraudulent activities or unethical behavior. By performing due diligence, new director can make informed decision and reduce the likelihood of partnering with or hiring individual who may pose a fraud risk. Second is a need for transparency. Transparency is a crucial aspect of fraud prevention. Maintaining accurate and transparent financial record, reporting practice, and government structure help deter fraudulent activities. Transparent financial reporting ensure that the stakeholder, including shareholder, employees, and regulator, have visibility into the organization financial health and operation. It also allows for yearly detection of irregularities or discrepancies, making it harder for fraudsters to manipulate financial information. By promoting transparency, new director can foster trust, accountability, and integrity within the organization. Lastly is legal and ethical obligation. The case emphasizes the legal and ethical obligation that director have in preventing fraud. Director have a fiduciary duty to act in the best interest of the company and its stakeholder. This duty includes protecting the company from fraudulent activity and ensuring compliance with law and regulation. Director must understand their legal obligation, such as reporting requirement and obligation to shareholder, and actively fulfill them. Additionally, ethical obligation require director to uphold high ethical standard, promote integrity, and create a culture of ethical behavior within the organization. By fulfilling their legal and ethical obligation, new director can help prevent fraud and safeguard the company reputation. That's all from our group.
You made a good presentation despite the technicalities, right?